feel high the time that I'm out. The things that are in my mind go away, and I laugh and I joke, and I'm just a normal person out there with girls having a good night.
Yeah, come on, let's go faster.
Get dressed up, have a few bevies, have a dance, have a laugh. You know, it's time to relax, it's time to enjoy yourself. Lessons are about to pull the blokes are about to pull lessons. Half the fun is in chasing them.
Is this your camera and it's on and everything?
Yeah, it's on.
Hello! I'm single, by the way.
I'm single, by the way.
Oh.
My love life, it's all over the place. Always on the lookout.
Get home on a Friday night, say about 8, 9 o'clock on a Friday night. That's when I want to go out and enjoy myself because I've been away all week. I can blow £100 or more, you know what I mean? And I'm not bothered if I've spent it on half of my mates, but I know I've had a good time, you know what I mean?
Doncaster, South Yorkshire, on a Friday night. It's the big night of the year, with 20,000 people enjoying the start of the St Leger Races weekend. Many of them are racegoers who have spent the whole day drinking.
It's been a busy day in town. It's been busy at the races. There's quite a few extra people in town over and above what we would expect today.
The usual problems on Holgate. I've just been into the camera room.
Doncaster's trying to reinvent itself as a party town. But parties mean booze, and booze means trouble. So they've spent heavily on CCTV to help police the streets for the coachloads of visitors the town attracts.
Tonight in town, you'll get a few who come out of town.
Yeah, oh, bound to, aren't they?
They've been out all day, they'll be out all night.
Yeah.
And poor coach driver, you know, I won't like to be a coach driver driving them back home tonight.
Well, that's all you can hope for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Be a coach driver on a coach full of animals, been drinking all day.
Yeah.
They've won lottery, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's the best job in the world.
There's 54 pubs and clubs to choose from. They've got bigger, fancier and dancier over the years. Most people think Friday nights are for the young and up for it, but Chris only started going out last year. She's a virgin on the Doncaster circuit, and like a lot of virgins, she started off a bit shy.
At first I thought, my God, a woman of my age going to town. And then when I got into town, I realised it's all age groups. A little bit of the fear went. I put the music on at home and I play the music really high so that I get really into a sort of, by myself, a party atmosphere. I dance about and sing, and I think I'm Celine Dion and everybody when I'm in house, you know, and why haven't I been spotted or recognised yet?
Have you pulled?
She's got this aura, right?
The sexual aura.
And I said to her, what's this aura that you've got?
Like most of the people out and about, Chris and her friends have a pre-planned circuit to get round. 7 pubs, a restaurant and a nightclub.
It's a night out with the girls. I don't anyway. I'm not coming out looking for anybody, and that, because obviously my circumstances, that ain't on my agenda. I come out to have a good time.
Chris was married for 30 years. Her husband died suddenly of a heart attack last year. In middle life, she's having to start over again with a new lifestyle.
Last year, this wouldn't have been my sort of night out at all. It would have been a meal, quiet meal with friends, glass of wine, nice conversation. I mean, it's years, many years since I've been into town.
What do I like about her? Everything. I like her fun-loving ways. Anything to help you out. I think it's because we like the same sort of things. We've got the same attitude to life. She just buzzes.
Leslie and I have only known each other for probably about 3 months. And it was like instantaneous. The moment I met her, it was as if I'd known her all my life. I was so relaxed. She saw the wedding ring. And she said, what are you doing out with all single women if you're married? Because she's of the same mind as I am, that if you're a married person, what are you doing out with a lot of single people when there may be men involved?
Well, all I know really about her is that she lost her husband just before Christmas. She comes from Armthorpe. and she misses him dearly. And she's trying to deal with that in the best possible way she can, and that's going out and trying to live a life on her own again.
It's Wayno. He's on a mission anyway, it comes down to it.
Stav and Wayne are likely lads about town. They've got compelling reasons for sticking to the quieter backstreets, well away from the pub and club doormen who might wish to discuss aspects of their past.
I think that everyone's got a couple of skeletons in the cupboard, don't they, that can get rattled at a time.
Are you a dodgy geezer?
I have been. I have been in the past, yeah. I will freely admit that, in one way or another.
Stav used to be a miner called Simon, but the pit industry folded around Doncaster and Simon became a man of many parts.
I used to be involved in drugs myself a while back. This obviously stepped on certain people's toes because, like, in a small area it happens. I've had the odd conviction for a couple of things, receiving, that kind of thing.
Out went Simon, in came Stav, complete with chunky jewellery, shaven head and a certain reputation.
Right, we're going this way, eh? Back entrance. That's what we're familiar for.
Straight in through the back door.
All right.
Wayne works away all week on a building site. Stav says he's a bit shy. The pubs in his local village didn't agree. They all barred him, so he has to come to Doncaster.
I wasn't allowed any pubs in my village or in the area itself. So, like...
You were banned?
Yeah.
Why?
Fighting and just carrying on and stuff. Fighting, just it was for fighting, actually. I hit somebody and, like... They just phoned up the other pubs then and just says, don't let him in. You know what I mean? I got put on pub watch for 12 months then. But, like, when I got put on that, that's when I, like, started coming into town, sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Wayne and Stav are best mates. Maybe you've got to stick together when half the pubs and clubs want to shut you out. For the likely lads, larging it round Doncaster can get a bit leery and a bit lonely. But on a warm Friday night, it's a good place to be if you're a heterosexual male. The dresses get so short that, in the local phrase, you need two hairdos to wear them. Tez, the cabbie, is a connoisseur.
Oh, I think they're brilliant. You know, the summer times, it really brings them all out. You know, they're all wearing nearly next to nothing. Even you know, when it's getting a bit colder, they still don't mind. I think they die for fashion women, personally. I mean, I know around Doncaster they would do anyway. And they're always wearing next to no, whether it's raining or shining.
Do you enjoy that?
No, I enjoy it, yeah. I think a lot of drivers in this job, they enjoy it, you know what I mean? I think when they want to become taxi drivers, I think that's one of the reasons they come into it. I think women. I mean, I didn't, you know what I mean? I'm not like that.
You're not like that?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes what they say, oh, I ain't got enough money, do you fancy coming in for a coffee and that? Well, you know, when it's quiet and, you know, there's not much happening, I don't have two thoughts. I'd go straight in. I'd say coffee's better than not, innit? But when it's busy and that, yeah, I think about 2 seconds and then I say, yeah, no problem. I can jump in anyway. I don't care what time it is, if it's busy or not. If they're up for it, I'm up for it.
So, you're going to see some lovely girls later on than yourself?
Oh, I hope so.
Are you going to have a little dabble there, sir?
Yeah, I might have a little dabble somewhere along the line. I might get asked for a coffee in for somewhere, so...
Yeah.
I'm not going to refuse it. I know it's,
well.
I know it's a legend now, but I don't think I'll refuse that, man.
Bev and Kerry have both been on the receiving end of male attention. The problem was, it was the wrong sort.
I've been beat up, I've been punched, I've been kicked. If I cried about it, he'd hit me more, and he'd come to bed and say, stop crying, I want to go to sleep, I've got to go to work in the morning. And I still cried, and he'd hit me even more, and he winded me. On a Friday, Saturday night with him, it was like being on a leash. He used to take the keys off me, run up the street, lock me out. and go to bed, and I just stand there, ring the doorbell, knock at the door, till I felt he punished me enough and let me, you know, and then let me in, you know.
She phoned me up one night and said, you know, he's left, he's gone back to his mum's. So from then on, I basically ended up sort of basically living there at her house, and I basically helped her through that, and it really did bring us closer together. Because I've been through a lot with men, and so has she. I think that's one thing that we've got in common. That's why we look out for each other. You know, neither of us want to get hurt again, so if she's going to meet a guy or whatever, he's got to pass my approval first, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to let her get hurt, and I'm not going to let anybody make a fool of her.
It was mainly lads that took the mickey out of me. And like if a lad ever chatted me up, it's like, well, they're seeing me.
Bev was born with a hair lip. For her, it was a disability. For the boys at her school, it was an opportunity for mockery.
I couldn't walk down a corridor without somebody saying something insulting. Because my nose was slightly bent at the end, and my lip didn't join properly together. I was born with like a gap, really. It has to be sewn together. I could talk better if I tried, but I relax. If I'm not relaxed, then it's not me. If I try too hard to talk, clearer, to please people, I don't feel uncomfortable.
Here we go, slip mark, hold tight.
They're 19. They're both working to set up home together, and they don't need the hassle with blokes. Look around town at 10 o'clock and you can sort of understand it.
You see some right sides, you want to be part of that as well, but then again, you look at it the other way and you got to like make the money to go out. So yeah, you know what I mean, I do go out myself, but Friday and Saturdays is a bit difficult. I mean, I think you've got to have really understanding wives, really, you know, to be a taxi driver. I think women are forward, but I think men like it that way now, you know what I mean? The days of where men, you know, have to chase the women or things like that, I think they've gone. They have something too easy, they don't want to know. You know, if somebody rejects them once or twice, they try and get that person. So, yeah, I'm glad they're forward anyway. One story, I got a couple of girls and they're going to Stainford, and it takes about 10 minutes to get there. As soon as they got in the car, the one in front, she goes, I had tracksuit to bottoms on. As soon as she got in the car, it didn't move 10 yards and went straight down growing. And she goes, oh, it's growing. I goes, well, are you surprised? So usually, like I say, it takes about 10 minutes to get there. It took me half an hour to get there and about 2 hours to get back. Yeah.
Your minicab will be a while. Tez has got a fare on board. A third of a million people live here, and on a hot Friday night it feels like they're all out partying. Britain spends £100 million on booze every Friday, and Doncaster does its bit. Inhibitions get washed away, and for a bloke with an eye for the ladies, things start looking up.
Being a taxi driver, I think women are looking for excitement with different blokes. If your girlfriend goes out, if your wife goes out, what will they be doing? Because you know what you'd see or what you do in a taxi, and you think, well, could that be happening to my girlfriend? Women like to dabble a bit.
Tez's job gives him the opportunity, and he's certainly got the inclination.
This one is even worse. This one actually got it out, and you know, middle of the day, I'm driving over at Northbridge, and then she went down on me. She went down on me at middle of the day, and the traffic flowing on both sides, dual carriageway, and you know what I mean, I'm trying to keep a straight face here, but I enjoyed it. They've all dumped me, haven't they?
What have they dumped you for? Come on, you can tell Auntie Kerry.
Auntie Kerry?
I'll listen to all your problems.
Auntie Kerry could tell me about her boyfriends.
Auntie Kerry can... Oh, you don't want to know about my boyfriend.